in general, what did you think about kind of the response that you guys had tonight after maybe a couple tough losses?
Yeah, these, I've said it time and time again. These are tough ones when you're different time zones and week-long road trip, and then that first game back. I thought it was, I don't know, both teams were probably a little sloppy in the beginning, and then things we had to work on defensively that we'd really had lost our attention to detail on the last couple of games, that road trip. That was a big focal point going into today, and so I liked the way we defended, and then that first period, the pucks had eyes for us. They did a lot of really good things to put themselves in position to score, but some nights those don't go in, and like tonight they all went in, and so it was we were fortunate in that regard. We got some good bounces, but I thought the guys worked their way in to get some of those bounces, and then it's you're very fortunate to be in a position to have a little bit of a cushion there, and we kind of just defended our way the rest of the way.
That shift that kind of led to the first Cirelli goal, where it seemed like you guys had extended zone time. There's puck retrieval was great, and and obviously you get the result there with the goal. Does that a shift like that? Does that kind of set the tone a little bit?
It does, but you like to see the guys. We always talk about play your shift, set it up for the next guy. But oftentimes when you're doing that, like for one of those to go in for you, and they work hard on that shift to get that result, and so it's always great for the guys to come back to the bench and get the taps for something they did really well.
Not just that he scored 2 goals, but how he scored the 2 goals. He's going up and sit all night. Cirelli, is that like a perfect Anthony Cirelli game for game 500 for him?
Yeah, it's always interesting because they're teammates at Four Nations, and I know all those guys have become pretty good friends, and then you got to go up against each other, and so it's always the games following this tournament have been different, especially when we're playing guys that we went to war with a month ago. So it's I'm sure it was a little different from them than usual, but ultimately I don't think it matters who was going against who. It was getting the result, and Tony had a heck of a game.
How neat was it for you to be behind the bench for Anthony? He scores 2 goals, his 500th game tonight, and you've been with him every step of the way.
Yeah, he's really grown as a player, and I think he's been rewarded to with Stanley Cups and been a big part of that. But I think another unique reward was making that Four Nations team and having the impact he did on that. So that just goes to show how he's grown as a player, and really with Tony, and I think I said it this morning, he plays every shift like it might be his last, and that hard work has really paid off for him.
Kucherov, 100 points, 3rd year in a row, 5th now, most for a Russian-born player. What more can you say about a guy that we've asked you so much about over the last couple of years?
Yeah, he just keeps going. It's impressive, and what's impressive too is he's just become a well-rounded player too, and he's a leader on the team now, and guys look up to him. You always feel like Cooch is one of the young guys, but he's he's not so much anymore. But he's delivered time and time again for this group, and it's not too many guys can sit here and say they've reeled off 100-point seasons on a semi-regular basis, and he's been able to do it. So it's pretty impressive.